Welcome, everybody, to Athletically Speaking Wagon Wheel Sports College Football Show. And we are so close. We're
We
so
are.
close. Week
Mhm.
0 is in 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Yeah, something like that. Almost there, just a little bit longer. We got a little taste of football the 31st of July.
We
Just
did. The
in the
first
Hall of Fame
NFL game
game
was there.
was something at least. And
Yeah, I mean, it was,
I didn't get to watch it really because I was at work and stupid people were calling. And
yeah, it'd be like
but
that.
yeah, there was
Foot,
at least it was there.
it was. Football was played. Was it good football? That is to be determined by your viewership. Um,
Mhm.
it wasn't the worst football. I mean, football is football, so we'll take whatever we can get.
That's right.
Um, so yeah, next week's our preview episode. That's pretty wild.
Mm-hmm.
Like next week, we got the first Wagon Wheel Sports poll out. We'll get to talk about that on the show. All
Yeah,
the fun stuff. I can't wait. It's gonna be exciting.
it will be.
Playoffs, frick, champions, Heisman winners, all the stuff.
Right. Oklahoma State Cowboys winning the national championship.
Oh yeah, they're coming out, aren't they?
Mr. Zane Flores is going to win the Heisman, going to hoist it, go to New
Mm.
York.
He's got to start first.
He should start this year. I don't know. I choose him. I don't know. That's the whole.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm excited though. I'm excited.
I'm very excited. Y'all start on a Thursday,
I know, which is so stupid. I hate that.
the 28th. That's kind of
It's
crazy.
dumb as heck. And we better do well. If we have even a little bit, like if we can, well, first of all, because we don't have a starting quarterback yet. If we do the quarterback rotation thing again, and we play even a little bit rough against UT Martin, I'm jumping off the Devon Tower, Oklahoma City. Just saying,
That's funny.
it's gonna happen.
You would think he would have learned from the first time, right? That the three quarterback rotation just doesn't work.
No, yeah, you think, and
I
hopefully we don't go back to that. We shouldn't. God, we
wouldn't think
shouldn't.
so. Would
Especially
not
with
think
Gundy,
so.
his job's on the line. So
Yeah, he's kind of got a, which is weird because like one bad season, I don't feel like should put your job on the line.
I don't feel like it should, but that was a really bad season.
It was 3-9 is not great,
And that's
especially when
very
you had expectations.
yeah, dude.
Oh,
We were like, we just made the Big 12 championship the year prior.
yeah.
We're gonna go do great things.
Oh well.
Oh well.
For some news, there's not a whole lot in the world of college football news. It's been there to break. Fall camp started up is one of the bigger things. It is probably the biggest thing of the week. Schools are back on, or players are back on campus,
Yeah,
which is awesome.
I've
Getting some
really
highlights out.
I've really enjoyed seeing people on TikTok do the fall camp. Like all the players scattered all over the locker room, like dead to the world, and
Yep, it's
it's
a good
like,
one.
dang, that sucks for them. But I'm glad, we're getting closer.
All those day twos, it's like day two, is it really that bad?
Yeah, I bet
No.
it is. Man, in this Oklahoma Heat too,
Yeah,
in the South in general.
that's fair.
Godspeed to them.
Surprisingly, here in Oklahoma, it hasn't been too hot. Yeah, like I
No,
mean, it's hot as frick, but it's not in the hundreds like it usually is.
no. So that's been nice. Hopefully, early fall temperatures.
I'd hope so.
I hope.
Hopefully this week chills out and then we get into the fall, September, and then we start to get actual cool temperatures.
I hope so.
Next up, Florida's hopes of having a good season, depending or I'll rest on the boot of DJ Lagway. Lagway. He was in a boot
Mm,
as fall camp started.
yeah.
What that bodes for him in the Florida season, I don't know. I
Well,
mean,
it's too.
he's the only hope, so
Yeah, I mean, if yeah, it sucks to be a Gator fan.
if it's a bad injury, then they're
I
toasted.
thought I thought that it was something like a toe, or like it was something really insignificant. I
Maybe it's
don't
not that
know.
bad then. Why would you be in a boot though for just
I
a
don't
toe
know. It
injury?
must not be. Maybe precaution. I don't know. I'll have to look it up after because I forgot about that.
I don't know. But
Interesting.
that's the biggest things.
Yeah.
This week is the G5 Independent show, and then I got a fun little exercise here at the end of this. So let's just start. We'll go alphabetical order of these G5 conferences. We'll briefly pass through them. Um, talk about some independents, Notre Dame mainly. And then we'll get into this 64 team league idea. So starting with the American, we're only doing conference champions for these, so we're not going a full in depth like we did for each other conference. Just because we don't have the weeks or the time to go real deep into this. So just a brief overview. Um, who do you think wins the American?
Um, oh, say I'll say Tulane is almost Memphis, but I say Tulane. I don't know. I think that if they can figure out their quarterback situation, that'll be good for them. I know they just brought in because their last one transferred to Duke, um, and so they can figure that out. And Retzloff is there now, so
Hmm.
he'll add something to that, I believe. Um, but I know they have a pretty solid running back. Their last one, he's not there anymore from last season. But they got Arnold Barnes the third, who had a few snaps and he had over 400 yards and 6 touchdowns. I don't know, and plus I trust Summerall, their coach. So I don't know. I say Tulane.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I feel like Tulane is kind of the front runner. I mean, and I feel like it really does have a lot to do with Reslov, just because he had BYU at 11 wins.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously BYU is a much better team than Tulane is, but you got to think that the quarterback position has got to be pretty important for them. So I find it hard to believe that he wouldn't be the starter
yeah,
coming into the season. Just about everywhere else though, this is a pretty brand new team.
yeah.
Um, they lose the top five leaders in receptions. Um, the two-time 1,000-yard running back transferred to Oregon, so they lost a lot of people. I
They
still feel
did.
like Summerall though and Retzlaff is going to be able to do well. The conference overall, the American is not like that deep really.
No,
When I'm looking at it from a whole, the only other team that maybe can make a push, maybe South Florida makes it up there. I mean, how good is Navy and Army going to be?
it's
It's
true.
Army's first year in the league. I don't see it really happening. So I feel like Tulane's probably like the most obvious choice because they usually are pretty consistent. They went 9-5 last year. I think that they're going to be
Oh yeah,
the front runner for this year.
same Z's.
And next up, Conference USA. Who do you have winning that league?
Probably, I forgot about that one. Liberty? Liberty's in the CUSA.
Liberty is in
So
USA.
yeah, Liberty. I think Liberty. I forgot about that one on here, but top of my head, Liberty. Because didn't they? I don't remember who won that last year. Wasn't it Liberty?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, yeah.
Um, Liberty's a good option. As I'm looking through Athlon right now because I don't have my Pick Six Previews magazine just yet. Shout out to him. But one thing I thought was really interesting, Athlon has Delaware Blue Hens fifth in the conference.
That's really
Is
impressive.
is their preseason pick, and that's way too high.
Yeah, I mean,
There is no way.
there's not really great options in the CUSA, but I mean,
But that is true. There's not great options, but I'm looking at it. Kennesaw State came in last year. They're picked 12th, which is reasonable.
yeah,
Missouri State making their first year's 10th this year. What makes them look at Delaware first year in FBS and think that they're going to finish fifth in the conference?
you
Sammy
know,
Houston took them a year before they got going.
yeah.
I don't know. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Ask someone who plays as the Delaware Blue Hens
Mm-hmm.
in NCAA. That thing's a dumpster fire. The fact that I've got them to 7 wins is a miracle.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
I
look at
don't
who their
know.
coach is, though, in the game. I mean,
That's
that's,
true. I'm here. I made it making it happen though.
yeah,
The
yeah.
national champion here, unlike someone on this.
Or calm down there. But yeah, no,
Anyway, that was a side quest there.
I'm excited to see what the Blue Hens do, though, man. We
Oh,
got
I hope
some
they
time.
do well.
the high expectations. Yeah, I hope so too. And you never know.
Um, my pick, I'm gonna go a little different. I got Western Kentucky. I think the Hilltoppers is gonna come out and do some things dangerously. They lost both coordinators and a big chunk of the team that lost or that made it to the conference title game last year.
Mm.
However, um, Tyson Helton, their head coach, has been very good at using the portal to bring in players to help reload. So I'm not going to be surprised to see this team take that step using the portal and get back to the title game this year. So this year they're going to be trying to go for 7 consecutive bowl games. I think they get there. The defense only returns 2 starters. The offense only returns 2 starters. So there is some questions to be had about whether or not they're going to be able to get flowing because a lot of the transfer portal with guys that they bring in is going to be, can those guys mesh well together in the offense? And if they can't, then it's not going to be a good year. But if they get guys that can buy into the system and they can mesh well together, I think the Hilltoppers are going to be able to make a push and finally claim the conference title.
Yeah, sure. Hopefully they bring out those helmets again they did last year.
The eyes,
Those
or
were, yeah.
I think,
Or,
or though you talking the
or
player
what is
specific?
every position they had? He
Yes.
was doing that was the eyes were good too. Those are pretty solid.
Listen, I'm a big mascot connoisseur. Obviously, we're a puddle friendly podcast, so
Oh yeah, for sure. That's the
way to
best.
go,
But
puddles. But Big Red's a pretty sick mascot.
yeah, it
Like
is.
they play into him really nicely, and I love it.
Oh yeah.
Next up, the MAC, the Maction Mid American Conference.
Yeah.
Who is your champion?
I've got Ohio again.
Ooh,
I like I said, I'm not a big. I don't watch action very often, or like Sunbelt or CUSA. I don't know. I didn't have as much information for these ones as I should have got. But I mean, they won last year. I don't really know much. I'm gonna be honest with you. Who do you have?
let's see. I'm trying to find who won the league last year.
Well, last year was Ohio
Oh, Miami, Ohio, or Ohio Bobcats.
Bobcats.
Okay,
Well,
okay,
they played Miami, Ohio in. It was
okay.
them, and so yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
I have another team from Ohio that I believe will win the league, and that is the Toledo Rockets.
nice.
Um, they returned 5 guys on the offensive side of the ball, including quarterback Tucker Gleason. So you have some depth at the quarterback there that has played and is coming back. He threw for 2,808 yards last year and 24 touchdowns to 8 interceptions. So he has a pretty good ratio there coming back for the year with 61% completion. On top of that, they bring in a loaded linebacker and secondary, where they bring back four of their starters from last year, and it was all in the secondary and linebacking core. So if you can revamp the D line, I think you can be a better team than you were last year.
Mhm.
So I think all of that is going to help push the motivation into the thing. It's just going to be, can the defense and the defensive line specifically be there to help bring them back and keep the offense when they can't inevitably score? Are they going to be able to stop people from scoring? And that's really the question. But I think it's Toledo. I think they got it. All right. The Mountain West.
The Mountain West, I've got this again against Boise or UNLV, but I want to say Boise. I really like their coach a lot, Spencer Danielson. But also they returned the quarterback, so that's always a plus. He threw for over 3,000 yards last season, had 23 touchdowns. I believe they returned 7 starters from what I've found, but altogether, but most of them are on the line. But it's good to have an experienced offensive line. I believe they returned some people on the defensive side of the ball as well.
Yes, they got
Um,
6 defensive starters returning and 9 offensive.
it was okay, okay. So I like Boise. And then, like I said, I like UNLV a lot too, but they had a lot of turnover. And they had a new head coach as well. So that's No bueno. But I got Boise.
I agree. I do have Boise. A lot of Boise worries me a little because of how heavily they
Really,
relied on Ashton
yeah,
Genty last year.
yeah.
Um, I would really like to know how much of Madsen's stats or throwing the ball were to Genty, or if it made that big of an impact of him throwing the ball. Um, but I have them winning as well, mainly because what you said, nobody else in the Mountain West is as loaded as what Boise State is and what they're bringing back on both sides of the ball.
Yeah,
UNLV, if they had less turnover, Dan Mullen came in and helped rebuild a little bit through the transfer portal,
no,
but I don't think that's going to be enough, at least this year, to counter what Boise State has coming back for them. And Boise State's schedule is, I mean, pretty doable. Your worst game is going to be Notre Dame, and that's October 4th at Notre Dame. Everything else is doable. South Florida, Eastern Washington, Air Force, App State, New Mexico, UNLV, Nevada, Fresno State, San Diego State, Colorado State, Utah State. Those are not terrifying teams. So, I mean, if you come out 11-1, you're probably getting back to the playoff again and making another push there. So, I too have the Boise State Broncos and that blue turf making a push back for the playoff.
heck yeah.
Who do you got in the Sun Belt Fun Belt?
Sunbelt, Funbelt. Um, Marshall won it last year, didn't they?
Marshall went 10-3 last year, 7-1 in the Sun Belt, so possibly.
So I think they did, but they had
Yes, they did. They
everybody on
won.
their entire team left, I believe.
Yeah, because that was the team that they didn't get to go to their bowl game because the entire team like transferred.
And then they got fined, or they tried to get
Yeah,
fined, which is so dumb. So it'd be cool to say Marshall, but who they played Louisiana,
Louisiana,
Lafayette, or Monroe? Is it Lafayette? I
Louisiana
don't know.
Lafayette.
Lafayette. Okay. I'm gonna say them off of the win. Probably not Marshall. Definitely not Marshall, but
Who'd you say was going to win it?
Lafayette.
Got you.
Probably not Marshall though, because like I said, they have way too much turnover. So
Poor Marshall.
yeah,
I got the James Madison Dukes as my Sun Belt champion.
it's a
On top of
brutal.
them, just having some cool jerseys. That's just a bonus. They return three offensive members and four defensive members. That's kind of scattered throughout. They won 9 games, and head coach Bob Chesney's first season, despite having several of the All Sun Belt players follow Kurt Signetti to Indiana. But it's the first time since moving to the FBS that the Dukes did not finish atop the Sun Belt standing. So that's a fun fact. There should be a lot more continue continuity in his second season as he's trying to actually build something up. So, their schedule, you got Washington State, which, how good are they going to be? At Liberty, at Texas State, which I think is probably going to be another team to push for the Sun Belt title. But I feel like they're definitely going to be in a better spot than they were last year, especially bringing back quarterbacks. Then I think that they're going to be a-okay in the spot to win the Sun Belt.
Very nice.
Cool. Out of your champions of every one of those leagues, who do you think's got the best shot of making it the playoff?
Boise or Tulane, but I'll say Boise.
That's who I think. I mean, I think Tulane's going to be good, but I don't know if just Retzlaff himself is going to be able to
Probably not, but I mean
carry
I
him.
don't know.
I mean, if Ashton Jenny can do it as a running back, then
That's
Retzlaff might be able
true,
to do it. So we'll see.
but we'll see. It'd be fun.
Yeah, I think it's Boise State as well. And then that could change by next week when we actually officially pick. But that's who
Yeah.
I'm looking at right now. Next up, I threw my book away for no reason.
Dang.
Independence, the success. If I can get to my page here. Notre Dame.
Mm.
Is Notre Dame bound to repeat a playoff push, and can they get back to the national title?
I think so. Um, I mean, Marcus Freeman is a phenomenal coach. They return 11 starters, right? Is that right? I think that's right.
Six on the
But
offense, five on the defense. So yes.
yeah, including halfback Jeremiah Love, who was a dog last season. He had over 1,100 yards and 17 touchdowns, as well as Anthony Knapp and a bunch of other starters on the defensive side of the ball. I think they'll do well, and I think their schedule is pretty manageable. I mean, they start out pretty top heavy
Mm-hmm.
against like Miami and Texas A&M, and then they got Boise in there. But I mean, other than that,
Arkansas.
and yeah, I mean, they have Arkansas, and I believe they go to Fayetteville for that.
They do.
So that'll be really fun. I'm really honestly that'd be I would consider going to that game.
I thought about that. I talked to Gunner. I was like, listen, we should hit that game up. And then
Yeah,
we have a band contest that week.
dang it.
I know. I was so sad. I was like, dang.
I'm going to strongly consider that. But yeah, other than that, I mean, it's very manageable towards the end. So, and I think that they can get through those schools early. Well,
I would agree. Really, can CJ Carr, who would be a true freshman or a redshirt freshman coming into this year, how good is he going to be in the quarterback position? Because most of Notre Dame's offensive starters here are on the O line. Left tackle, Anthony Knapp. Left guard, Billy Strouth. Center, Ashton Craig. Right tackle, Emil Wagner. That's four of your five offensive line that's coming back. Plus, you're returning back Jeremy Love. That line is going to be so good, and he's going to be able to run wild through these opposing defenses. And really, like we talked about the top heavy schedule there, Miami is not going to be near what they were last year with Cam Ward. We just know because Carson Beck isn't Cam Ward.
that's
So
true.
their offense is going to be taking a step back. Texas A&M has the potential to be really good this year. Can Texas A&M break their curse of staying 8-4 for every year it seems?
I
Is yet to be seen, but they could. Arkansas, how good are they really going to be? Like
like Taylor Green coming back. That'll be good for
Taylor
them.
Green, provide some continuity there. And then October 18th against USC. But do we have really faith that Lincoln Riley is going to get the defense figured out? Plus, he has dropped off every year since he started being a head coach. I think Notre Dame's path to the playoff is much like it was last year. You might drop one game, you go 11-1 in the regular season. You're going to be easily baking. Plus, they've changed the playoff format, I believe, for this year. Maybe it's not this year. Do you remember? Is the buys done away with for conference champions for this year, or is it just the
I'm,
top seeds?
I'm not heard anything,
I don't
but
remember. So if they did away with the scheduling thing, then Notre Dame could get a buy. I don't remember if they did that or not. I'll have to look at that later. But
no.
I think Notre Dame's primed position to make a run back at it. Their defensive starters, one defensive lineman, a linebacker, and then two corners and a safety. So the secondary is pretty locked up. The D line's gonna have to take a step, but I don't feel like that's gonna be a big concern because you got two seniors and a sophomore
Mm.
joining your junior who actually returns. So I think Notre Dame is very likely that they can make a push and get back to the playoff. Since we're here, um, UConn is our other independent. They went
Mm.
9-4 last year. Jim Mora has sort of got them pushing in the right direction. So that's a team to look out on. They returned six offensive starters, including running back Cam Edwards Jr.
Okay. Yeah,
So
I
they
forgot
have
about them doing
two
well.
defensive returnees. So the defense probably isn't going to be great, but the offense can make a little noise depending.
Mm.
So we'll see. This last year was actually UConn's first winning season in 14 years.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
So props to them. Props to Jim Mora. Hopefully they can
Yeah, bro.
stay good. All
Hope so.
right. That's all the independents in G5. Somebody, I was listening to a podcast the other day, and they talked about the direction of college football and how we have these NIL things and how if we really want to fix NIL, we're going to have to go to a league format, much like the NFL, and cap it at 64 teams. So I
Um,
want to do a fun exercise here. I want to go through each power, I guess, four conference now, and we're going to pick the best teams that we would feel that is for sure would be in a 64 team league.
mhm.
And then we're going to have to really debate about who some of these bottom dwellers are and if they get into this league.
All right.
So, first up, probably the most damaging, the ACC conference.
Mm.
So, really, as I'm looking at it, how many of these teams really get in? I say Clemson's one,
Clemson, Florida State,
Florida State, Miami, North
Miami.
Carolina,
Yeah, and honestly, I think it's probably SMU. Probably. I mean,
maybe.
maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Let's stretching it, but
Like, really, in the ACC, there's four teams that you would look at and go, all right, they're in.
yeah.
That's like for sure. You might get Duke, but I mean, if this is is Duke gonna only want like to join for football purposes?
Mm,
They're mainly a basketball school. Boston College isn't gonna get in.
no.
NC State probably not getting in. Stanford, does Stanford even want to be in?
Yeah.
They're so proud of academics. Them and Cal both. Like, are they gonna say yes to this, or are they just gonna be like, you know what, we're gonna go do Olympic sports and be happy and not worry about it? So that's interesting. You got four right there, so you need 60 more teams.
No. Ooh.
I just typed in SEC, and that's the next one that's coming up. So out of the SEC, this is probably one of the more top loaded.
Mm-hmm.
Alabama. Do you think,
That's
yeah, do you think Arkansas makes it?
I don't know, man.
Like the success isn't there if you're kicking people out because you have to think some of those 64 is going to have to be G5 teams.
Some of them, but not very many of them.
So does
I
Arkansas
mean,
make it?
I would say they do.
Okay. Auburn probably makes it.
Yeah.
Florida makes it. Georgia makes it. Kentucky, do they make it?
No. I
No.
would. I don't know. I'm being biased honest towards Arkansas because they're so close in proximity. I don't know. Probably not for me if I was deciding, but
So we got five of the SEC members. LSU's in.
no.
Does
I see. I don't
Mississippi?
think so. I'm kidding.
You
I'm
don't
kidding.
think
I'm kidding. No.
Mississippi State? Do they make it?
No.
I wouldn't think so either. Prior to success, Missouri.
I don't think so.
You got to think that there's better teams out there than Missouri.
Yeah.
So we still got six. Oklahoma, they'll make it. Ole
No.
Miss, do they make it?
Probably.
Probably more so than Mississippi State would. So that's
Oh yeah.
eight.
There we go.
South Carolina,
No, probably.
probably. Tennessee makes it.
Yeah.
A&M, I'd lean
Pro-
probably make it. So that's
yeah. I think they probably would.
that's frick. I already lost count. Texas makes it, and then Vandy. I just sorry, you're getting cut.
Texas barely though. They've sucked for a little while.
That
So.
is true. So out of the SEC, we got one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 out of 16. So 13 plus 4
Seven,
is
17,
17.
18 teams.
There's
Yeah.
17.
Um.
On to the Big Ten. Illinois,
No.
Indiana,
No.
Iowa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
Maryland.
No.
No. Michigan State.
No.
No, I'd probably, I don't know.
I don't know. I
They're a
don't know.
toss up. They're like if we get to the edge of this, then maybe
We'll come back to these
we'll come
and
back to them. Michigan, yes.
yeah,
Minnesota,
no.
no. Nebraska, yes, I would say.
Mm,
Just because
barely.
barely for
They've
recent
got
success, but a lot of people consider them a blue blood.
not anymore. I don't know.
They've fallen off for sure, but well, I think they make it for now.
Probably
Northwestern, no.
no,
Ohio State makes it. Oregon makes it. Penn State makes it. Purdue,
no,
no. Rutgers,
no,
UCLA,
no.
USC.
Well, the
I think they
probably
make it.
was.
And then
So they probably
Washington, I think, makes it.
yeah.
So they got one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. Nine Big Ten members make it.
26 teams.
How many?
26.
26.
I like it so far.
Big 12. BYU.
Probably not.
Probably not. Arizona State.
Probably not.
Colorado.
No.
Utah.
Yeah.
Baylor.
Uh,
I don't think so.
probably not.
So we have one so far. Houston.
No.
Arizona.
No, I don't think so.
I wouldn't think so either. You got to think. I feel like Arizona is another one of those schools that's like, would they even want to be in a league like that?
Mm,
Cincinnati, no.
No.
I think Texas Tech would make it.
I'm practicing it. Yeah.
So that's two. I think Oklahoma State makes it.
No, for sure. Yeah.
Um, Iowa State,
Probably.
maybe.
Yeah. I would say so.
West Virginia.
Probably not.
I feel like they would make it more than Iowa State would.
That's fair. That was iffy though. I mean, I think so. They'll add them in there.
So that's five.
No.
UCF,
No.
TCU,
Probably not.
Kansas,
No.
Kansas State.
Probably. I would say yeah.
That's five of us now. And I think that's all of them.
Yeah, I think so.
So
31.
so we're at 31. We're almost halfway there.
Yeah.
And that's all the Power Four. So now, out of all those teams that we cut, how many of those would be better suited to be in over a G5 team? I feel like Boise State gets in.
I think Boise does.
I think
Tulane,
Tulane would probably get in.
so
So that's
probably
33.
probably Liberty. Um,
Let's see. I want to do some quick math right here.
my
How many teams does the Big 12 have? Do they have 18 or 16 or
uh,
14?
they have 16 or 18. 16? Mm-mm.
No, frick. All right, I don't know.
Yeah, 16.
16. So 18 plus 16 plus 16 plus 17 is 67. So if you put every team plus Notre Dame, which we didn't talk about them, but Notre Dame obviously gets in.
Yeah.
Every team plus Notre Dame is 67. So if you're getting to the bottom of this and you cut Vanderbilt, Northwestern, um, most of the ACC schools, so we'll just say a good round number of five. That's eight teams. Plus you add in Boise State gets us back to 60. Tulane, Liberty, 62. What other are we putting Oregon State, Washington State in here?
Thinking about that. Probably not, but out of respect, I think we should. But I
And
don't
then that
know.
would get you to 64 right there if you added them two.
Yeah.
How many of those, but then, like I said, you run into how many of the West Coast schools are would actually want to be in a league like this? If it's strictly for the purpose of football, and some of those schools just don't care about football because they want to bump up their academics or bump up their Olympic sports and other non-revenue sports, then do they care?
Yeah.
Who's to say that the leftovers don't just make their own little conference and have their own title?
Yeah.
I don't know. It was interesting.
It's a very, yeah, interesting thing to think about. Makes you think. It's like, I don't know.
No matter what, our teams are safe, I think.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And I like our picks.
I couldn't I couldn't imagine being a fan of a team who's on the edge. Would have to think about, oh, will I get left behind like that? Like
Yeah. That's,
Vanderbilt and Northwestern and some of these other dirt crap teams that
mm,
shouldn't be in the leagues they're in and somehow got lucky in the 1920s and 30s.
it's depressing. That would be
Crazy.
depressing. Yeah.
Getting told you're getting demoted. Shit, again, they might not care. I don't know. All right. That was all of that for me. Just some fun thinking to do for this.
I like it. Yeah. I like nice little exercises.
All right. What do you got for your 2-minute timeout?
All right. So, um, here. I may have forgot about. Anyways, sorry. So I got
Wow.
something. All right. So what year was the first bowl game?
The first bowl game.
Yeah.
The Rose Bowl was the granddaddy of them all. And they had their 100th anniversary here just a few years ago. So if I'm going to say it's been 106 years, if I go back 100, it'd be 1925. 19, it'd be like 1919.
No, this says on New Year's Day, Michigan and Stanford played the 1902 tournament East-West
Dang.
football game, sponsored by the Tournament of Roses Association. Their tradition would later be known as the Rose Bowl. And Michigan won. They beat Stanford 49-0.
Nice.
So there's
So
that.
apparently it's been more than 100 years. So whatever year it was, or however many years it was that they did that thing a while back. Or I could just be thinking really far back and
Mm-hmm.
remembering that because I am old. So
Yeah. Yeah.
we're getting up there in age.
You are, man. You are getting them. I'm just kidding. We both are. We're still, yeah, it's all right. It's all right. Oh, I'm trying to find a long good one here. All right. Who or what? Well, I'm trying to find like a really good one, but this one's not. How long and what year was the longest field goal in college football history?
What year and how long?
Yeah.
Um, the length I would say is like 61,
Okay.
and then the year, I don't know. How recent was it, like recent or was it not recent?
It wasn't recent, no.
Not recent. 1962.
No, it was a 69 yard,
Oh, dang. Okay.
no, in 1976
All right.
by an Ove Johansson of Abilene Christian University. Um, kick the field goal against East Texas State University at Shotwell Stadium in Abilene, Texas. So there's that.
Interesting. Isn't
Yeah,
East Texas, isn't that UTEP now?
I think. Well,
Because they had made a
no,
whole movie about the basketball. Wasn't
that's in West Texas.
Oh, it's true, El Paso.
Yeah,
I don't know
so, I
then.
don't know.
Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong thing.
And then I have this other one. I saw this on TikTok, and I had to ask you, what do you think? So, give me an over under. Do you think that you have pooped in more than 415.5 toilets in your lifetime? 400.
415 different toilets?
Yeah.
No, I think that's an under.
Really?
I mean, I used a lot of the same toilets, so
That's fair. I was gonna say under two. But I mean, I'd be thinking though about like hotel rooms.
that's true. But even that many
And I mean, there's
is
hotel
even,
rooms, there's stadiums,
that's true.
there's schools, there's different toilets in the schools.
That's
I don't
true.
know.
I
And
still
I
don't
mean,
think it makes a
but
415 and a half.
but also like all the toilets you used as a kid growing up. I mean, when you went to the zoo, whatever, there's it's probably more than you think it is. And I
Interesting.
wish that I could see a number. I wish that I could pull
Honestly,
up statistics of my life.
it may be
And
close, but I still think it's the under.
I'm gonna say it's under two.
Yeah.
But I think it's yeah, I would be curious to see that, and that'd be nice.
Nice.
But it's all I got.
What an interesting turn there for the last question of the
I
2 minute
know.
timeout.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I'll try
nice.
to come up with some more quirky ones like that. I think those are fun. Fun thing to think about.
True.
So, anyways,
Nice. Well, all right. If you don't have nothing else, then you can continue your rave, it seems. And I guess
oh
that
yeah.
is it for this episode of Athletically Speaking.
Bye.